Joining us now is Claire Delavu, whose parents lost their home in the Pacific Palisades fire. First off, Claire, thank you so much for speaking with us, especially during this time. So sorry for what your family is going through. How are they doing? How are your parents right now?
They're okay. I think everyone's pretty tired. It was actually my parents lost their house in the Eaton fire, and my sister lost her house in the Palisades fire.
How are they holding up? I would imagine that there's this sense of shock. They're stunned. Like, where do they go from here?
Yeah, I think it's actually just we've been on with a lot of adrenaline this whole time, trying to figure everything out. And my sister's family fled first on Tuesday from the Palisades to us in Pasadena, Altadena, and then when the Eaton fire erupted, we all fled later that night and to a hotel to be together. And then we were both evacuated. My home is still standing, just really smoky and ashy, but they both lost everything. I think it's when the adrenaline wears off, the grief will set in.
I can only imagine. Tell us of the kind of life that your parents had before this fire, the home that they built, the love that was there. Just what was that? What was life like there in that home?
Yeah, I think we were really lucky. I'm one of four children, so we have a big family with lots of nieces and nephews and cousins, and they have a very vibrant, strong community. They've been in Altadena, Pasadena area for, I don't know, 50 something years. And they've been in that specific house for 12 or actually 13. And it's, the Altadena community is really special. It's, generations and generations and old homes, and you really have to want to live there. So people take good care of each other. Sorry, I'm getting a little, this is the first time I think I've really thought about it. It's been a lot of
Totally
adrenaline.
understandable. We
Getting kids
completely
safe
understand.
and keeping their spirits up. And my sisters, they all, my sister was actually out of town when it erupted, and I texted her, and her babysitter ran to get her son from the school that burned down. So they were running when they were trying to get kids on buses to leave, and then they fled. Her husband was in work in downtown LA, so then they met up and fled, and then we all thought we'd be safe. And then we knew as soon as there was fire in Eaton Canyon, they'd warned us the night before of horrible winds. And we woke up Tuesday morning at about 4:30 or 5 just to things flying everywhere. And we knew it was just terrible. And the gusts of wind were insane. Trees were coming down everywhere. And it was actually pretty difficult to evacuate that night. Later that night, we went and got some things for my parents. It's pitch black. There's no electricity or anything. And we had to really be careful. We ran over a lot of trees to get out of there. Everything had fallen. It wasn't just the fire. It was the wind event first that really made it challenging.
That has to be such a frightening moment to wake up Tuesday morning to the fire, to the winds, having to get your kids out of the house, save your lives. And in those moments, and for your sister and for your parents as well, were they able to salvage anything from the home? Were they able to grab any mementos that initially came to mind that they wanted to keep safe?
My sister, no. The Palisades fire, where it started and where they lived, and just saving their children and getting them out of the school that was burning, basically, they just fled. And